Okay, so this one we are going to look at. So here, this is the first cell. This is the next cell, cell B1. This is A1. This cell A5 and others. Now, the first thing we are going to look at is how to enter some one or two characters or information into the sheets. So here under this cell, let's say I enter something like ID, right? Then the next cell, I enter something like name. Then the next cell, let's say I continue typing something like let's say middle name. Now look, after typing the middle name, you realize that the name has entered into the next cell. So in this situation, you need to expand the cell. So I need to expand the cell, which is cell C1. So if you want to expand, it's very simple. You point your cursor right here. So the cursor will be in between the C and then the D. Then you drag to the right side a little to obtain some space. So this is how we do it. And then here, let's say that you want to insert a new column, right? So the column, it should be, let's say, in front of the column B. A fresh column, you have to be in front of the column B. So if I want to insert, that is right behind the C. I'll point my cursor on the C and then the cursor will change to this. I'll right click and then you will see insert. So I'll click on insert and then a new column will be inserted. If I want to delete, I'll point my cursor on it again like this, right click, and then I'll click on delete. The same applies to the rows. So these are the rows. So if I want to insert a new row, here I'll point my cursor. Let's say the row should come on top of what I've typed here. So I'll point my cursor right here, right click, and then I'll click on insert, and then a new row will be added on top here. If I want to remove the row, I'll point my cursor on the row that I just inserted, and that has become one. So I'll right click, and then I'll click, sorry, not insert, but I'll click delete. So let me delete them. So click on delete, right click again, then I'll click on delete. Now the next thing is, if I want to apply bold, right, I'll highlight them. Now highlighting is different. So if you want to highlight, make sure that your cursor is in this thick white addition sign. Then you drag, right, you drag like this to highlight the cells. Then we have the shortcut, which is Control B, or you can just click on this B here. I'll click to apply the bold, and then it will bolden up the text. If I want to align it, right? We know I'm sure you know what we call the alignment. Excel is having the left alignment, the center, the right alignment, and then we have the top, the middle, and then the bottom alignment, right? So this is the left alignment, this is the center, this is the right alignment. So this is the top, this is the middle, and then this is the bottom alignment. So if I want it to be at the center, I'll click this, and then this will be at the center, right? Okay. If I want to increase the font too, this is the font, this is the font size. So here the font by default it is Calibri. If I want to change it, then I need to click on the drop down here like this. Then I will choose the one that I want. So we have something like Arial Black. When I click, it will change the font. If I want to change the font size to, I'll click on the drop down here. Then we have size 40. I can click and then it will change to something like this. So let me expand by dragging. Let me expand this one too by dragging. So this is how it is done. Now let me show you what we call the autofill. So let's say I want to enter numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10, right? So here I'm using the autofill. So if I enter 1, so this is 1 here, right? Now I want it to flow through. So let's say I want you to fill from 1 up to, let's say, 10 or something. So I'll point my cursor on this dot that is indicated. Have you seen the pointer here? I will drag it. I will drag. So let's say when it gets to something like 10, I will stop. and then you see 111 will be running through all of them. Now, if I want to convert that one, I want it to fill in series. So I'll just, have you seen the options here? I'll click on the drop down, then I'll click fill series like that. And then you see all of them will change from 1 to 11 like that. And then the next one is, by default, the name of the sheet for Excel is what we call sheet 1, right? So if I want to change the name of the sheet, I'll just right click, then I'll click on rename, then I will enter the name of the sheet that I want. So the name of the sheet, let's say we want to use example, that is the name. So example, if I want to save, now hit on enter, right? Okay, so you finish with this one, then we'll come back to the next one.